You know, it's very funny. There was this kid Shelby that worked with because Stand Up Labs was that's what they called their like podcast studio, and it was run by this guy John. And I think he was just John's like assistant. It was this kid Shelby, and like he didn't really. I don't remember talking to him more than a sentence, but he brought in Will Menaker, Felix Biederman, fucking Virgil. Mm-hmm. And then
God rest his soul.
And then one other person. And he was like, this was before Chapo or anything.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I think.
Here's how you do it.
He's like, I think you guys could do a good podcast. He basically like created Chapo.
He's East Coast Brian Redban.
And then, and then they were like, yeah, I don't know, that doesn't sound very good. And then they just did it kind of independently a couple months later.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he created the Facebook. He's a Winklevoss.
Kind of. He came up with the idea.
He Winklevossed.
Oh, that's where Brian got a much better trajectory by sticking around.
What was Redban's story? I like recently looked it up because I didn't really know who he was. Because I thought he was a comic, but I guess he wasn't.
He was. He's like a guy that was kind of or maybe he didn't start off as a comic.
I don't think he started off as a comic. What I read was that he like worked at a computer store in Ohio, and like met Rogan and was like, hey, you should start a podcast, and like told him what it was.
I think he was already in LA.
Oh, okay.
He started Rogan's podcast, Kill Tony, and Your Mom's House.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
The true podfather.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I think he just like, you know how there's always comedy adjacent people that are around and you're like, what are you doing here? Like, why would you?
I'm selling edibles.
That's what I read
Don't
was
blow my cover.
What I read that he was like he worked at like CompUSA or something.
He knew computer stuff.
Yeah.
And he still does. Shout out Redban, he follows me. And
which, if so, that's a cool story.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And now he owns a comedy club.
Like Destiny was saying. He said he went from carpet cleaning to
streaming.
Playing games.
Yeah.
Online.
That's like Stalin's story. He was a weatherman and then he was...
Stalin was a weatherman.
He was a meteorologist. It was his only job.
That must have been crazy back in the 20s.
Yeah.
Apparently he was always right.
It's like, it's going to be spicy out there today. Watch yourself. There's no TV. How do you even like get the weather?
It's a different kind of cold today.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. He was Georgian, right?
He was Georgian.
Yeah. So black. I mean, basically.
Yeah.
Right?
Deep South.
Yeah.
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 That's how...
Old Man River.
Old Man Stalin.